here in my kitchen with some ingredients for pumpkin soup. Right here I have one chopped whole onion. I have about 3 little mini hot chili peppers. I have, I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. And right here I have probably about 3 cups or so of some pumpkin that I boiled last night. Here are the seeds from those pumpkins. It was a lot more, but I made some pumpkin bread and I'm making a pumpkin pie, so this is what's left. So these are the seasonings I'm going to use. Right here I got this in the bulk section of New Leaf Community Market, which is some black and gray or whatever, some Celtic sea salt, and it's really large, so you really don't need a lot to use a lot of it. I have some cayenne pepper, some paprika. I'm going to use a little bit of curry. I have some black pepper, and I'm out of fresh ginger, so I'm going to have to use my my ground ginger spice. So let's get started. So in my cast iron skillet, you're probably wondering what this dark liquid is, and it's some pumpkin seed oil, and it's like there's the brand. So since this is like a little pumpkin thing I have going on here, I figure I would saute my my vegetables in some pumpkin seed oil. So I just turned my heat on medium, and I'm going to let this heat up, and then I'm going to saute my onions and garlic and hot peppers. Okay, so that's nice and heated up. It smells great. So now I'm going to add my onions to it. Okay, so you can't really see it on camera, but the pumpkin seed is like, I mean, it's the color pretty much of pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seeds are kind of like greenish and dark, so the oil has like a really hearty smell to it. So let's continue. Okay, so I added my chili peppers and my garlic, so I'm just going to get those all nice and sauteed. Now I'm going to add like about a palm full of my seasoning. This is a curry powder right here, so I'm just going to add not too much, so I don't want to make it curry pumpkin. Here I have my paprika, so I'm going to add some of that. And now I have my ginger, so I'm just going to add some of that. And next I'm going to add my cayenne, just like a few sprinkles of the cayenne. And sorry, kind of get those all. Now I have some broth that I'm going to add to this, which is really like a this is a powder broth, and so I'm going to add some water and then add this in. Okay, so I have about a cup of water, and now I'm going to add in probably about 2 tablespoons of my powdered broth. Okay, so here's 1 tablespoon. Oh, that's my little one in the background. This is really upset. Oops, sorry, I'm like totally fogging up the camera. And here's another tablespoon. And I'm not going to add any more water yet. I'm going to wait to get this in my slow cooker, and then that's when I will add the pumpkin and more water. But I just kind of want to let the seasonings like meld. I mean, this smells really, really good. I mean, like with using the pumpkin seed oil and all the different spices, I mean, this smells great. So I'm going to get this off into my crock pot and add the pumpkin. Okay, so I have my the saute that we just made in my crock pot, and my crock pot is on high. I just added the pumpkin in here, and I'm gonna stir that around, and then the bowl that was that the pumpkin was in, I just filled that up with water, and then I'm going to add that to this as well. Okay, so this is what the pumpkin was in, and I probably have, this is about 8 cups of water. So I'm just going to add it. Probably added about 4 cups. And I'm going to give that a stir. Not going to add too much. You can like puree it if you want to, but I don't really want like you know, like a really smooth pureed soup. I kind of like a little chunkiness in my soup, so that's why I didn't like, you know, puree everything to make it into like a smooth soup. So I'm probably going to add the other 4 cups of water because there's, you know, quite a few of us. So add the rest of the water, and I'm not going to add any salt yet. I'm going to wait towards, you know, like after it's kind of cooked a little bit, like maybe an hour or so, and then I'll add like my salt and pepper. So go from there. Okay, so I just removed the top from the soup. It's been simmering about an hour. I'm going to add some of my salt to it. I stirred it up already, so it smells really good. I'm going to give this a stir, and I'm going to let it simmer some more. Of course, I put the lid on it too when it's simmering, so I'm going to let it cook down some more, and I'm going to check it again in about another hour. Oops, sorry, I'm totally fogging up the camera. Okay, this soup is done. I'm going to turn it down to low, and we're going to plate this up and show you what it's looking like. Okay, so I made some brown basmati rice to go but to serve with the soup. So that's the soup all plated up. Over here, I have some pumpkin bread that I made, and of course, dessert is a pumpkin pie. So there is my pumpkin soup recipe. Hope you enjoyed.